स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ता वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। उकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्या आचार्याय नचिकेतसे नमः। So we are seeing Kaṭha Upaniṣad, second chapter, first session, 12th mantra. We already saw up to the 11th mantra of the second chapter, first section. Today we have to see what is being told by the Lord Death to Nachiketas regarding the knowledge about oneself. I will read the verse and I will give you the meaning. Remember, the topic, what is discussed by the Lord Death to Nachiketas is one and the same, that all-pervading consciousness is the center or the locus of this universe. Universe is mere superimposition on this base. So the topic will be Brahman only, the all-pervading consciousness, the truth. Nothing to talk other than the truth for the noble-hearted people. So Lord Death talks about the truth to Nachiketas, what he has asked already in his womb. I will read this verse and I will give you the meaning. Listen me. 12th verse. Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtadi Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya Natato Vichugupsate Etat Vaitat. Once more I will read. Angushtamatra Purushaha Madhye Atmani Tishtadi Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya Natato Vichugupsate Etat Vaitat. Lord Death is giving a location for an all-pervading entity. It's very much contradicting that something which is all-pervading cannot have a particular location. If you give a location for an entity which is all-pervading, that very location will negate its all-pervasiveness. Because once we say it's available everywhere, This is called all-pervading entity. Once we say that, we cannot give a particular location where it is available. So, all-pervasiveness and giving a location is absolutely absurd, completely contradicting each other. Then why Lord Death has given a location for this all-pervading entity? He says that first we will see which location he has given for this all-pervading entity. Then I will clarify this doubt of all-pervading entity cannot be pointed out by giving a location. I will give you the location, then I will talk about this doubt. Angushta matraha. Matra means size. Ankushta means thumb. Size of a thumb. The measure is this much, that's all. Size of a thumb. Purushaha. This being, this all-pervading consciousness. Every Upanishad use this word Purushaha. In Sanskrit, a male is also called as Purushaha. Here, according to the context, we have to take in another sense that this entity is called Purusha. This entity, which is in the size of a thumb, Madhye Tishtadi Atmani. Atmani, one's own body. In one's own body, Tishtadi resides, obtains. Madhye, right in the middle, we can point out our heart. Even though if we compare to the height, heart is not the middle part of the body, but according to the work, according to the activities going on in the body, heart being the main actor in the body, heart is considered as the middle part of the body. It has the crucial role among all organs, so that we will consider heart as the main part of the body. So the meaning will be like this. This all-pervading entity, which is a being, is residing in the heart. What is the size? In the size of a thumb. This is the meaning of the first sentence. Now I will come to the clarification of the doubt that why an all-pervading entity need a location here. When something is available everywhere, it is absolutely wrong to give a location where it is available. Absolutely wrong. Why Lord Death has given a location here? One, the person should not go externally in search of this all-pervading consciousness. When something is pointed out, we will try to find out with our eyes or with our any other senses. In order to negate that finding out something externally is not possible when we are in search of a Brahman. Like a new thing is introduced by somebody, and it's something quite different from all the knowledge what I have listened about certain things in this world. Because attaining this, accomplishing this, a person will be completely in calm, in peace, and in serene. What I was searching for in my life is exactly pointed out by somebody based on scriptures. Now I am in search of this new thing, this unique thing. And I only know to search with my senses. I go searching with my senses here and there. This is the only familiar method right from the childhood. I have trained a lot of times in search of a pen, in search of a vessel, in search of my friend's house, in search of a place, in search of a lodge in a tourist spot. I have searched in different ways, different methods, in different manners. So when a unique thing is introduced by my traditional teacher, I mistake myself that I should see Brahman with my external senses, or I should find out this Brahman as an object outside. This idea should be negated by the Lord Death. Even though Brahman is something which is available for everybody, but nobody should search outside other than the person. Why? It's available everywhere. It's achalam, it's not moving at all. It's nityam, it's eternal. It's kudastham. It is the base of all movements in physically and also in mental plane. That thing one should search in oneself. We cannot go externally in search of Brahman. That idea is being negated by this sentence. This is the first reason. The second reason, when we say Brahman being all pervasive, a person cannot grasp this knowledge easily. Why? What is in the form of formless? It's a tricky sentence. I will say in our method, what is formless? What is colorless? What is attributeless? One cannot search on that. Again, I will repeat. What is formless? What is colorless? What is attributeless? That thing is not available for a person, even though it is all pervading. A doubt may arise. How I am going to know this all pervading entity which is formless? This is the second doubt that is being answered through this sentence, that Angushta matraha purushaha, a thumb-size being, is obtained in the heart, which is in the form of a lotus upside down, Hridaya Kamalam or Hridaya Pundarikam, in Bhashya Shankara says, and it is there residing in each and every body. For the sake of understanding the sentence for a human mind, this verse, this first sentence is very much important. Something which is not available for my senses, something which is outside other than me, if I think, those two ideas are being negated by this sentence. When something is not available for my inquiry, when something is not an object for an inquiry, when something is colorless or formless or attributeless, I should know that all-pervading Brahman is nothing other than me. But my mind is always familiar with the names and forms. My mind is always familiar with an object which is in a particular location. So, slowly drawing the attention of the extroverted mind and senses towards a particular point, giving a particular location called Hridaya Pundarikam, in the heart of an individual, this thumb-size Purushaha, which is an all-pervading entity, resides. 2-3 points are there. Because of that only, this sentence is being told by Lord Death. One should not go searching of Brahman outside. Second, what is colorless or formless or attributeless? How can I understand something without a form? And these two doubts are being cleared by giving a location. A secondary point is also there. These are the two primary points of giving this allocation. One more point is there. What is that? For the sake of meditation, for the people who are in the spiritual plane, those who want to meditate this all-pervading entity, those who are interested to keep themselves withdrawing the senses and resolving the mind and senses in this entity, for them, this all-pervading entity is being pointed by giving a location. From the ultimate standpoint, location is not possible for an all-pervading entity, but 2-3 reasons which I have pointed out, that something which is attributeless, colorless, formless, cannot be understood by a human mind. For a beginning, as an inquiry to be done, a location is being given. Second point, we are always familiar of searching an object when they are told by somebody and we are familiar to search the object outside. In order to negate the inquiry outside other than me, this verse will be helpful. These 2 points are the main points, and one secondary point. For the sake of upasana, meditation, for the sake of japa, chanting in oneself, a location is needed. So here it is pointed out as this Purushaha, this being, is residing in one's own individual in the heart, Hridaya Pundarike, Madhye Tishtadi. Heart being the main organ among the organs of the body, this heart is considered as the location of this all-pervasive, all-pervading entity. One who knows like this, the result is pointed out. Ishanam, the second line. Ishanam. What is meant by Ishanam? The person who controls the entire universe, person who protects this entire universe. Ishanam. Ish Palane, to protect, to control. This entity will run the whole show of the universe by giving the respective results for each and every living beings in this world according to their karma, according to their deeds. One who is the protector of this creation, one who controls this creation, Ishanha, and he will never change at any point of time, being Nitya, eternal. Bhudha Bhavyasya, one who is the ruler of the past, one who is the ruler of the future, Bhutam and Bhavyam. Because of him, the blood circulates in the body. Because of him, the heart beats properly in the body. Because of his order, our food gets digested properly and converted into energy. Because of him, the world, of course, the earth rotates itself and also making a revolution around the sun. Because of him, the stars are shining. Because of him, when I say him, you cannot convert to a gender. For the sake of understanding, I keep a gender. Because of it also, because of her also are suitable. Because of that Brahman, the moon is shining along with its that cool, warm temperature. Everything is under its order, Ishanaha, in the past and also in the future. Whatever happened are due to his order. Whatever yet to happen will also according to his own order. Ishanam Bhuta Bhavyasya. Whenever it is told like this, immediately we forget this Lord is all pervading and it is me It is there in the heart. All these things one cannot forget. That Ishaha, that Lord, is situated in the heart. For a beginner, it is purposeful. For a person who is already listening this Vedanta for a length of time, for them, this Ishaha is me, the listener. I am not this body, but this Ishaha. The creator itself is the creation. There is no division between the listener and the Lord. There is no division between the person and the world and the Lord. Where there is division, it is going to say in the next verse, lot of troubles are there. Here, this Ishaha, the protector, is the person who is listening this Shruti. Because all-pervading entity, which is only the one, never allow anything other than this entity in the world as something existing. This is the only thing to exist in the world. All other things are mere names and forms on this Brahman. Ishanaha Bhuta Bhavyasya. By knowing this, that I am this entity which is all pervading, which is same in the past, which is same, which will be same in the future, and which is the protector and the ruler of the entire universe, who can run the whole show. By knowing this, one will not go through some insecurity. One will not be an insecure person. Na vijugupsate. Na tataha vijugupsate. After knowing this entire, after getting this entire vision that Jiva and the Ishvaraha, the Lord and the individual, are only in this empirical standpoint. From the standpoint of reality, there is no such division. Jiva, Jiva means this individual being and Ishvaraha. There is no such division. It's an entity which is in and through everywhere, in every object, every time. Desha, Kala, Vastu, Paricheda, Shunyaha, which is not limited by any time, which is not limited by any object, which is not limited by any place. Everywhere it is there. Any place it is pervading. Any object it is pervading. Any time it is pervading. That itself will give me more clarity that I am nothing other than this all-pervading entity. This understanding will make the person not to be insecure hereafter. As long as I think I am this body, day by day, insecurity increases. People cheated me so that I am going to be a poor person in this society. People laugh at me so that I feel I am insecure, I am inferior. People think that I am not beautiful in the society. I feel insecure. Myself, I project certain notions inside my mind. What are they? What are they? My body has certain limitations regarding height, regarding the color, regarding the race, regarding my hair, regarding my fingers, regarding my hands, legs, each and every part of the body. When I compare with others, I feel totally insecure. Why? Body notions never give me any confidence after a period of time. It's all conditional. At the age of 16, even you can go to moon. You are ready. Without having any sleep, without having any food, I am ready to work to go to moon. After the age of 35, partially, I am ready to go to moon if you give all the comforts. After the age of 50, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to achieve anywhere because my body is tired. I just want to sit in a chair and enjoy the food and enjoy the weather, and I want to read some books which I love. You don't want to enter into any missions because body has already given some indications that it's tired. It doesn't want to move anywhere. It don't want to go to a cinema theater. It don't want to go to a park. It doesn't want to go anywhere. It want to stay in the room, just looking some TV or reading some books and getting some good food, etc., etc. That's all. These are the indications that my body is tired now. So, conditional. Everything is possible according to a condition of the body. After that, I feel insecure. So, each and every part of the body makes me, when I compare with others, I feel insecure. This is not something good compared to others. Why the Lord created like these, like me, like these? My race is not good. My face are having some troubles. Wrinkles are coming. My ears are having problem. Why the Lord has given? When I compare to others, I feel very insecure. But everything will fall under one single topic. It's all body notions. I think myself, I am this body right from the childhood. Even right now, I don't want to give up these pet thoughts which are kept inside my mind that I am this body. So I always myself think about me and I compare myself with others. I feel very insecure. And this insecurity will be always guiding me. I should go outside in front of the people without showing my limitation. So I will put a dye in my hair. I will take out my wrinkles. I will put my nails in a proper position. I wear good dress as though my organs are not projecting my limitations. Insecurity is flowing throughout the life. Why? As long as I am this body, when I think myself, I am this body. So Lord Death immediately take away that surgical strike of a human being. A surgical strike done by the Lord Death in the life of a human being. Just pinpointing that knowing this entity oneself will take away one's own insecurity. And in other hand, without knowing this entity within oneself or oneself, there is no other way to take away the insecurity from one's life. All the way, insecurity will be guiding them. Due to insecurity, I invest money. Due to insecurity, I buy new things in my life. Due to insecurity, I involve in this type of activities. In order to take out the wrinkles, there is a special treatment. If you get a honeybee in your face, just pointing with its horn, the pain will be so terrible. But the venom from the honeybee will keep your face without having wrinkles. Honeybees are capable of making the human more young at the age of 60s or 70s. There is a treatment. Sting of a honeybee can help the person not to have more wrinkles. I go through this treatment, getting some pain in my face. Why? Insecurity about one's own body, insecurity about one's own wife, insecurity about one's own situations and children. I am not beautiful compared to my wife. I am not beautiful compared to my brother. Different types of insecurities are there in different people. We cannot open others' mind and can see what are the insecurities he or she has inside his, her own mind. Just we have to assume people are having insecurity. The more insecurity we remove, we say in English word confidence. That confidence is also conditional. Due to somebody's praise, due to somebody's motivation, one feels that I am confident. It's not the ultimate confidence about oneself. Ultimate confidence will only come by understanding that I am Amritaha, immortal. I am permanent, even my body get deteriorated. From this understanding only, one will be completely confident about oneself, knowing the eternity, the characteristic of oneself. That is being pointed out by the Lord Death, that after knowing that oneself, that I am not other than Brahman, who is the ruler of future and the past, and who is the protector and who is the controller of this entire universe and my body, and who is residing in and through in my body. By knowing this, only by knowing this, one will not be trying to help oneself, or one will not be insecure about one's own body limitations. What a beautiful way of presenting the truth to Nachiketas. That is why Kaṭha Upaniṣad is important. Once, if somebody comes to know that I am this all-pervading entity, then the person will not fear of anything in the world. He will never pay attention for anything which is a threat for others. The whole society will be threatened due to the mortality. The whole world is afraid of death. But the person who realized oneself that I will not die, I am not this body, I will continue even my body dies. This truth from the traditional teacher will help the person, even at the crucial moment, to be totally secure. I don't have any problem. I am formless, limitless, all-pervading consciousness. I am not this body. I am not this disease. I am not these limitations. I need not to worry about the limitations. It doesn't mean that you should not cure the diseases. Remember, as long as body is there, it will go through all worldly happenings, because this body is pertaining to the empirical reality. Empirical reality means this body need food, this body need water, this body need proper treatment in the right time. These are all called empirical realities. Empirical reality will be only anatma. Anatma means other than the reality. From the standpoint of empirical experiences, don't try to understand the ultimate truth. It will be very contradicting. Empirical reality means I need food, I have a wife, I have children, I have a car, I have to maintain that. It's okay. Nothing wrong on that, but I am not insecure about that. This is called Brahma Jnana, knowledge about Brahman. After realizing about my nature, I behave according to what I have listened. This is called realization. This is called contemplation. It's not that contemplation means one will close the eyes and sit in an erect position and thinking about the consciousness. No. Knowing the reality and behaving according to what we have listened is called contemplation. Responding towards the world from the knowledge what I have listened. This is called owning up the knowledge, assimilating the knowledge, contemplation. All limitations of the body is not a nuisance or not a disturbance for me at all my life. Thus, I conclude myself, I will not fear of anything in this world. Tadona vijugupsade. I will not protect myself when people are running here and there for their selfish motivations due to the insecurity, lack of knowledge. They run here and there. They are always shivering. They are always sweating. They are always running here and there. Early morning, get into the train and go there and work in front of a computer and come back at 8 o'clock and eat some waste food, junk food, and go to sleep again. Morning 7 o'clock, like a donkey, they will carry their bag, luggage, and go to. Because of insecurity, we fall under the social norms, and without thinking once back, should I do or not to do, I just carry myself according to what others are doing. Thus, the insecurity will be the guiding factor in one's life. I have 3 daughters. I should give some properties for their survival. I have a beautiful wife. I should take care of my wife. All these insecurities will be guiding me to here and there in my life. Here, Lord Death says, after knowing the reality about oneself, there will be no such mode as selfish actions. It will not, the person will not enter into an action due to insecurity. There is no insecurity at all. There is no fear at all. So they will easily deal with the situation, deal with the world completely different from others, because group of people are running due to their ignorance. This one guy, due to knowledge, he just deal the situation in a proper way, very much different how others dealt. When you see the Lord in everywhere, you are not having fear of anything in the world. Whether it is a scorpion, whether it is a small snake, whether it is a bug, whatever it may be, you are understanding about the all-pervading Lord. He is in the form of a bug. The all-pervading Lord is in the form of a snake. The all-pervading Lord is in the form of a scorpion. I should not fear of that. Instead of fear, I just take care of them to put in the right position. I cannot sleep with a scorpion, of course. I will not kill them. No right to take anybody's life in this world. Don't think that inferior things are meant for human being disturbances, so we have to kill. No way. No right to anybody to take any other life for happiness or for eating or for anything. Don't justify in the name of prophets and religions by taking the other helpless animals or taking their life, No religion promote himsa, harm. All religions announce to be compassionate, not only for the human world, but also for the animal world, who took care when the Christ was born, who was always with the Hindu gods and lotuses, who are always there among with the Allah. So, what I want to say, the third should go after receiving this knowledge. Lord is in the form of any inferior living being. Nothing other than Lord exists here. I should be very happy to listen that. And I will not be fear of anything, because there is no second entity to make me fear. There is no other than me in this world. I am the only thing which is in the form of different things in the world. So I will not have any insecurity. I will not be fear. I will not work to remove my insecurity, because insecurity is not there at all. Tato na vichugupsade. He will not work to protect himself after listening this Brahman. This is the exact meaning of the sentence. I will read the next verse. Before that, I will give the whole meaning, just whole meaning. Angushta matraha purushaha madhye atmani tishtati. This thumb size, all-pervading being resides in the center part, that is in the heart of an individual being. Of course, he is the protector. Of course, he is the controller. Of course, he is the ruler of this entire universe, which has already gone beyond, which is already yet to come, which is yet to come. After knowing this secret of reality about oneself, that I am this all-pervading entity, one will not involve in an action to protect himself. This is the whole meaning of this verse. Now we will go to the next verse talking about the same topic but includes some other matters. I will read that. Etat vaitat. There is another piece to be explained. Already it is repeated few times. Etat vaitat. Indeed, this individual being is that. Or indeed, O Nachiketas, what you have asked to me about the reality, that is this. That thing is this, which is in the Hridaya Pundarike Tishtadi, which is residing in the heart of a human being. Etat Vaitat. This sentence is very important, which is already repeated by the Upanishad, by Lord Death, that this indeed is that. It means the human being which has this knowledge, nothing is Brahman, or what you have asked, O Nachiketas, that is this Brahman. This is the meaning of that sentence. Now, next verse, Lord Death says in a different perception, Angushta matraha purushaha jyotihi iva adhumakaha Ishano bhuta bhavyasya yaha eva adya saha ushvaha etat vaitat. Before entering to this verse, I forget to mention you that the second sentence of this previous verse is a repetition of the verse number 5. In the first session of the second chapter, verse number 5 have the same sentence. There, the first sentence start like this. Yayimam madvadam veda atmanam jivamantikat Ishanam bhutabhavyasya na tato vichupupsate etat vaitat. So, in a poetry, repetition is a defect. Even in a prose, repetition of a sentence is a defect. But in an advice, when it is something related to a person, when it is something personal, repetition is a glory. Repetition is an ornament, because repetition reveals the commitment towards the vision. Repetition reveals the commitment towards the knowledge. So, whenever the Upanishad, whenever the scriptures repeat the same sentence again and again, one should focus from the external world towards the meaning, which is something personal of the listener. This idea is being carried through the repeated sentence. So I will mention you again and again that repetition is a glory, whether if it is a personal advice, because a change in our vision, a change in our lifestyle, a change in our character, a change in our habit is being implied by listening to this sentence to take in one's life. We need a change according to the knowledge what we have listened. We cannot live an animal life. We were living an animal life before listening to the sentences of scriptures. But after listening the scriptures, World and society see you as a person who is matured. They expect some changes in your habits, in your character, in your lifestyle. You are a person who do meditation. You are a person who have a broad mind to accommodate others. You are a person who can share your things with others. These changes are expected by the society and the people. So that to bring that changes, total accommodation of the world, embracing the situations, one needs to be like that. For the sake of certain changes from the ignorance towards the realized personality, certain sentences are repeated by the scriptures, and it's a glory. It's not a defect. More we will see in the next class with the new verse. We will conclude now. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshadu Parjanyaha Prithivi Sasya Sharini Deshoyam Kshoparahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om